Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In light of coronavirus happening, I just quickly wanted to jump in and update my intro to this YouTube because I did film it before things got pretty bad here in Australia. I know it's been worse in other countries such as Italy and Iran, but things are getting pretty bad here in Australia too, and I am noticing people commenting on previous YouTubes asking what the situation is and kind of why I'm putting up YouTube videos eating out at restaurants. So I film, days in advance before I upload these. So I just thought I would chat about it and kind of address the situation here in Australia for those asking. The day that I'm filming this, it is the 18th of March 2020. So coronavirus is taking the world by storm. It's a pandemic. In Australia, we haven't been put into lockdown yet. We are still going out, and I think it's really cool that we're able to support restaurants and places that will be really struggling financially given everything that's going on. People are stocking up on food and toilet paper and groceries and all kinds of things. Like the supermarkets are totally empty in terms of produce. Like people are struggling to get meat. There's no pastas, rice, toilet paper. I guess people just don't really know how to handle the situation. No one really knows what we're meant to be doing now, how long we might be in lockdown for. So we're trying to take cues and lessons from countries like Italy that have been in lockdown for a lot longer. So yeah, coronavirus is real. It's happening here in Australia. We're taking precautions in terms of all events, and big crowds of people have been cancelled. Any large gatherings of people, even for weddings and stuff, have been cancelled. Sporting events. I know Arnold's in Melbourne was meant to be happening. I know a lot of the competitions around the world have been cancelled for bodybuilding. So we're taking it really seriously. But with that being said, I am going to continue YouTubing and sharing updates on life. I'm going to be taking you guys through home workouts and making food and recipes with the food that you do have access to and getting creative. And I don't know, I think it's kind of nice to keep uploading and giving you guys, if so many of us are going to be in self-isolation and quarantine, it might be nice to connect through YouTube, or social media is going to be more important than ever. So I have encouraged people on my Instagram to join my Facebook group, SOPH'S Healthy Boss Babes, which there's a link below for you to join, just where people can connect and share stories and just keep in touch with each other. So I think we should really use these platforms for good and help people feel less alone, offer advice and encouragement and help in whatever our expertise fields are. So I'm going to be doing home workouts. I'm going to be doing live workouts for my Train with Soph members in our Facebook group, continuing to come out with home workout content on my Instagram and on my YouTube. So I'm going to finish off this YouTube video that's taking you guys through setting up my diet, which isn't going to be changing. Just because coronavirus is here doesn't mean our goals go out the window. And honestly, if I'm going to be dieting, now is as good a time as ever because food is pretty limited. So why not diet whilst food is limited, right? So with that, let's get into the YouTube for today. I'm going to film the last part, which is going through how to set up calories and macros. So you will see me in this exact same setting at the end of this YouTube, taking you through that. So I hope you guys enjoy this YouTube, and let's just all be nice and kind to one another and support each other. There's no room for hate and negativity in here. There's enough struggle going on in the world. So I think let's just all be nice people. Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube. Guess what I'm doing? Guess what I am doing? I'm starting a new series, a very highly anticipated new series, because I've started dieting. Oh my god, I hate myself. Why am I so excited for this? Let me tell you why. I woke up this morning feeling horrible about myself. And I am being 100% honest with you guys. I hate talking about negative feelings around body image. I don't want to put that out into the world. I don't want to be the kind of person that adds to people feeling shit about themselves. But I really want to be honest with you because I get these feelings too. And it's been a really long time since I've had them. And I woke up this morning having had a beautiful evening last night. I made made cookies for my friends, Till and Don, and we ate the cookies and it was great. I'm dairy and gluten intolerant. I am feeling that today. Like, I am watery, I'm inflamed, I'm bloated, I feel puffy and disgusting. Like, that food is doing a freaking job on me. So I woke up with all of that and my body, and I'm like, what the hell? I am in a body that I don't recognize anymore. And I just felt really shit about myself. I wasn't like, I hate you, I hate my body, this is horrible, I'm disgusting. I was just like, this isn't the body that represents what I'm about, like my health and my strength and my fitness. Yeah, I've just come off the back of a building phase. Yeah, I've gained a lot of body fat from that. Yeah, the goal was to increase my weight on the scale, but I feel like I pushed it a bit hard. And I'm gonna do another YouTube covering building and cutting and stuff, but this is gonna be episode 1 of my cutting series, which I'm going to do. I'm gonna aim for every week uploading a video relating to how the diet is going, so you guys can do it with me. And I'm gonna try and document like when it's really hard, what mindset tricks I use to help me overcome when I'm wanting to eat over my calories, and like how I'm setting up my calories for this diet. So this first one's just gonna be about like setting up the diet. I'm in the kitchen, I'm just about to make some breakfast. I am starting this diet on 1650 calories. Protein is gonna be around 135 to 140 grams. Fats around 54 grams, and carbs I think I've set at 160 grams. So I'm going to be eating 4 meals a day. I'll have breakfast, a snack, lunch and dinner. I've already set up what my food is going to be for today, and I'm feeling good. I haven't even started. I'm feeling great, guys. The diet's going really well. The goal is in about 8 weeks, I'm gonna book in a photo shoot just so I've got something to like motivate me and drive me, like push me when times get hard, because you know, it will. Dieting's not easy. The first few weeks are usually pretty easy. I'm just really excited to get my body back to a place that is more reflective of my lifestyle, which is health and fitness. Like, that's what I'm about. No hate, no shade, no nothing about anyone like else. I don't know, like people look at me and tell me on Instagram like, your body looks amazing, and it does. It's such a strong, awesome body, but I just want to lose a few kilos. And I feel like there's so much talk in the industry or just in the world right now where people are like shaming people for wanting to lose weight, and it's like, get over it. Like, if people want to lose weight in a healthy way to feel a bit better about themselves, like, get off their case. That's fine. You're allowed to do that. So that is what I'm doing. I'm gonna get some ingredients and cook some breakfast. Guys, like, it's literally at the point where, like, even picking my clothes, I was like, I don't like anything I can wear, because like I was putting on all these like tight, I'm like trying to do all these things at once. I was putting on all these like tight long sleeve tops, and I was like, I don't like how I look. I don't feel comfortable in this. So that kind of just, this morning I woke up and I was like, that's it. The diet starts now. All right, I'm having, oh my God, why? Alright, I'm having an OG. This is basically what I always eat every single day, whether I'm dieting or not. That's the thing about dieting, guys. I don't make any like crazy changes to my eating habits. So it's not like, oh, okay, when I'm dieting, I only eat certain foods. So I'm having vegetables. I'm having tomatoes, mushrooms, zucchini, kangaroo mince, and avocado. And then I'm gonna have oats with peanut butter and strawberries. Let me grab my phone and tell you the calories. All right, so breakfast is going to be 465 calories. So that is all this, plus my coffee that I had this morning, and Body Bloom, which is this drink I've been having to help my skin and gut. So I'm gonna have 30 grams of oats, 10 grams of peanut butter, 100 grams of strawberries, and then I've got like 50 grams of cherry tomatoes and mushrooms, 100 grams of zucchini, 20 grams of avocado, and I put 150 grams of kangaroo mince. So I like to have protein with every meal. Yeah, I guess I'll just show you my food throughout the day. That can be what this one is. Full day of eating, 1650 calories. I'm really busy right now, so I'm not gonna be able to have time to like record like me making the meals, but I will share like what they look like and the calories and the macros of what I eat today, and then we can go through setting up some goals for the diet and the calories and macros and how I did all that. So let's do it. Literally bang on 20. Oh, 19. Honestly, that's what 20 grams of avocado looks like. All right, so because I'm going into the office today and I've just made breakfast, I'm just quickly gonna make some lunch to take with me. I can't be bothered like cooking chicken and taking it, and then it's gonna sit out whilst I'm training before I get into the office. So I'm literally going to cook some frozen vegetables, and then I'm gonna buy roast chicken breast from the supermarket to have with it. I'm literally just gonna have chicken and vegetables, and then I've also got a snack which is gonna be toast and avocado. Great dieting life. No, I'm just joking, I'm putting more in. I just wanted to weigh it. Hang on. So I literally just weighed this and did minus 200 grams. So 200 grams of this mixed Australian winter veg in the pan, and then I will literally just add the chicken breast to that, and I'll show you guys what one I get from the supermarket. So I've just got to the office, and this is the roast chicken breast I was telling you guys about. So you get 100 grams, and I just scan it in MyFitnessPal to track it. And I'm going to heat up the vegetables, which I realized was so silly. I didn't actually have to cook them before I came in because they're frozen. I could have just microwaved them. Anyway, literally basic bitch lunch, chicken and vegetables. And then for my snack, which I'll show you later, I've just got gluten-free buckwheat toast with avocado. So I'm gonna eat that now as my post-workout. Not that I worked out, I actually just got my steps in because it's been raining all morning, so yeah. Alright, snack meal. I took a bite before I even managed to film that. That's how much is going on in my brain right now, and I have a meeting, so I have to go. I've just returned home. Don't mind the look right now. I just had a spray tan I've got photo shoots, video shoots this week for launching my at-home programs in Train with Soph. And so I've got, because I'm being so particular about my face skin at the moment, I didn't get the tan on my face, but I got it on my body. So it looks a bit weird. And obviously, you know, when you get a fresh tan and it's like super dark, obviously, it's super dark right now. So yes, this will come out nice. So I had today, oof, I'm feeling this deficit literally already, and it's like I'm carrying my watch around in my pocket so that it doesn't rub off and get marks on my wrist, but it still counts my steps. That is how committed I am to this cut, guys. So it's 5:35 p.m. Let's put my little pocket watch back in, and I'm hungry. So for dinner, I'm going to be having charisma potatoes, which are lower in carbs, so you get more. And I'm having that with some pork and some vegetables. And I usually have like a dessert after that, which will be egg whites and then 2 squares of chocolate. But because I'm so hungry and I'm probably not going to have a dinner for another like hour and a half, I'm going to have the egg whites now, I think. Or I've also put in 80 mils of chocolate oat milk, because not that this is gonna really fill me up, but it's really it's really sweet and tasty, and I love it. So I might just have that, and then I'll have the egg whites after dinner because I'm hungry and I've got some more work to do. So I'm gonna do that now. So now I'm just having, don't mind the gown, just having my dinner, which is pork, avocado, charisma potatoes, beans, carrot, broccoli, and I feel like there's something else green. Oh yeah, zucchini. And tomato sauce. Yum! I'm actually like so hungry. I ended up just having a decaf coffee. I look like such a mess. Oh my god, whatever. This is just me. Yeah, I ended up having a decaf coffee instead of the egg whites before dinner, so I'm just having the egg whites now. So literally what I do is I heat the pan up, I put spray with coconut oil, and then I'll pour in the egg whites. I've used 200 grams. It's literally like a pancake. So the trick is to have a really good non-stick pan. It does not work so well if you have like a shitty pan. And then once that's cooked through, which will take like another 2 minutes, I will put peanut butter, frozen strawberries. So I like getting frozen strawberries and heating them up because it makes them like more runny rather than just like cut up strawberries. But you can do whatever you want. Mixed berries, raspberries, whatever. And I'm gonna put some cinnamon on it. And I've got 10 grams of honey that I'm gonna put on it just to sweeten it up. And then I have 2 squares of chocolate. So that's my day of eating. In the next scene, I'm just gonna like run through how I've like set up my deficit and the calculations and equations and stuff and goal setting. So that's food for today. And in another one, I'll just show you like training and a few other things and just how I'm getting along, like a physique update and whatnot. Oh, I'm just gonna show you the chocolate that I eat. So I'll either have, I keep it in the fridge because I like it to be crunchy. So I either have, because I'm dairy free life, if you guys didn't see that YouTube of me comparing chocolates, I've done that. So at the moment I'm loving Pico salted caramel. Literally I have 2 squares of this. Otherwise I will have Lindt 70% dark chocolate, is still dairy free. So I'll have that. And it's like 111 calories. So as the diet gets harder, as I get hungrier, I do tend to swap that out for things that are like you have, oh my god, I can't think because I just took the pancake off, the egg whites. I start to eat foods that are lower in calories and higher in volume. That's what I was going with there. I'll do another video on supplements for you guys, but this is something that I've been sharing on my Instagram story and people keep asking me what it is. It's magnesium powder, which has really been helping me sleep at night. So the brand that I use is Bioceuticals, and you can just get it from pharmacies. I think it's behind the counter, and there's lemon flavor or berry flavor. And I just have a glass with water before bed, like half an hour before I'm gonna jump into bed. And yeah, it's just been helping me sleep. So that's one of the supplements I'm taking at the moment. I'm not really taking anything else to support like being in a deficit yet, but as I get further into the deficit, I'll probably be, depending on what food I'm eating, like I'm kind of overfish at the moment. I like overdid it. So I might get some fish oil capsules to supplement that, and potentially a multivitamin, but we'll see. I'll keep you guys posted. I'll do a supplement YouTube covering all supplements and stuff. That's kind of all I take. I'm gonna wash off my tan now and jump into bed and just have an early night because I'm cooked and I've got, yeah, a big week of work for me. So let's stop videoing right now. Alright, setting up your calories for a dieting phase. I've broken this down into 4 steps for you guys, so we're just gonna power through. There are so many calculators and resources online for you to calculate your BMI and TDEE, so I encourage using them. The first step we are going to do is calculating our BMR, our basal metabolic rate. So this is how much energy we are burning at rest, like doing nothing, lying in bed, doing absolutely nothing. It doesn't take into consideration our daily steps, walking to work, using my hands right now. That's my NEAT, my non-exercise activity thermogenesis. So it's really the energy required to pump blood to our organs and oxygen and just keep our body running and functioning. So on top of that, we have our TDEE, which is our total daily energy expenditure. Now that's our BMR plus that extra energy. So our physical activity levels, our NEAT, the fact that I'm using my hands so much, that's NEAT. So how we do that, we multiply our BMR by our activity level. Like I said, if you go online, you can just look up TDEE calculator, and there's so many different equations out there, but I just really want to stress to you guys not to get bogged down in like, which is the right one? What's my actual maintenance calories? I don't know. The best thing to do is just start somewhere, and then we gather data from the information that we've gained. Our maintenance calories, our TDEE, which is just our maintenance calories, are going to be changing all the time, day to day. So today I was super active because I was filming a whole lot of exercises for my home programs, which I'm going to be launching next week on Train with Soph. So I was expending a lot of energy. So my maintenance calories would be higher. I don't adjust my calories ever to be like, oh, I got more activity done today, I'm going to eat more food. That just further increases my deficit. So I'm going to be burning a bit more energy on that day. So don't get too caught up in it. We're just going to use it to begin, and then once we've figured that out, we can see how our body's responding and make adjustments from there. So from that, you've got your BMR, step 1, step 2, your TDEE, and again, the calculators will tell you. The thing that I notice a lot with my clients when they are setting up with me, because I do all their their calculations for them and tell them exactly what calories and macros they need to have, is when you guys pick your activity level, a lot of people pick really higher levels than what they should be or what is accurate. So for me, you would think, you know, I'm quite active. I go to the gym a lot. I get my 10,000 steps every day, but I work at my computer all day. I sit down all day. So I always pick sedentary, which is like one of the lowest activity levels, because I'm not moving all day. I'm not a builder, a laborer, someone in a gym on the gym floor walking around all the time moving weights. They are people with higher activity levels. So just be really mindful of that, because if you pick an activity level that's too high, you'll get calories that are too high, and then when we set the deficit part of the calories, it mightn't be a deficit for you. But like I said at the start, we can monitor and track and change as we need to. So the next step, step number 3, is setting your deficit. So for me, my maintenance calories at the moment are around 1900 to 2000. They're not that high just because I have been dieting and there's some down regulation to my metabolism that occurred from doing that for extended periods of time. So we can build it back up again, but that's just where it's at. Our body chooses that. We don't control that. So from here we pick our deficit. Now I'm starting mine at 1650 calories. 1650? Yeah. That sounded so weird. I'm like 1650, 1650. 1650 calories is my calories for this diet. So I'm starting at a moderate deficit. I'm not going super aggressive. I'm not going super mild. I'm just in like a happy medium. I'm just gonna see how my body responds to that. So I think that's around like a 25%, 20% deficit. I don't know what the percentage is, but it's like 350 calories below my maintenance every single day. So I always recommend when people are starting out, if their calories are relatively like around the 2000 mark for women, typically they will be around there, probably higher if you weight train. But I would say if you have large amounts of body fat to lose, you can go more aggressive with the deficit. But if you've got like a moderate amount of body fat, like maybe 5 kilos, then you could probably do a more mild deficit, 15 to 20%, 25% if you want to go more in the aggressive end. So the thing with setting up your diet is you don't really want to go super aggressive at the start, because as you diet down over a period of time, say we've gone into our deficit up here, like these are our maintenance calories, and we've gone into a deficit down here and we're finishing our diet here, how do we continue to lose fat? Like we're gonna have to take calories out towards the end, and it'll just get more and more aggressive and really far below our maintenance calories. I don't know if this like invisible graph that I've drawn makes sense. Does in my head. Just saying we need to have tools to pull out of our toolkit as we get like further into the diet. We want to be able to reduce our calories and not be on like all calories and really struggling then. So where I'm at, I'm on 1650. I'll run that for as long as I can, and when I start plateauing, I can take out like 100 calories, or I can put myself down 150 calories. It's not a huge difference to be on 1500 calories. It's not super aggressive, but it's enough to continue to see fat loss. So from here, we want to set our macronutrients, so our protein, fats, and carbs. Most important thing to hit in our diet is our calories overall, and then second to that is our protein. So our protein is the building blocks of our muscle. It helps us with recovery, it is the most satiating macro, and it has a higher thermic effect of food. So it requires more energy to break it down and burn it. So slightly more deficit. Not a huge amount, but enough to be like, yeah, cool, protein is the bomb. I mean, guys, with coronavirus, things like tins of tuna, protein powders are going to come in really handy, because I know access to protein hasn't been very easy. And even using plant-based like tofu, tempeh, beans, they're going to be your best friend as well. So we set our protein, and I like to set that target around 1.4 to 2.2 grams of protein per kilo of body fat. So I like the higher end of protein for the reasons I said earlier. So I'm on around, my range is around 135 to 140 grams of protein per day. Now from that, we then go into our fats. Now for women, we need fats for optimal hormone production. So there is a minimum requirement you want to hit. That minimum is around 0.6 to 0.8 grams per kilo of body fat. Personally, I kind of prefer 1 gram per kilo of body fat, but a lot of people prefer to have those calories in their carbs because carbs are a bit more fun. They're a bit more voluminous, because fats, we've got like avocados and oils and things that don't really feel like they fill you up. So when you're in a diet, you want to be like feeling full on like a whole lot of vegetables instead of like some oils and nuts. But try and hit your minimum fat requirements. And then with carbs, you just want the remainder to be carbs. So with all of this, guys, for your protein and your carbs, 1 gram of each is the equivalent of 4 calories. And for fats, 1 gram is the equivalent of 9 calories. So how we work that out is, say I'm on 1650 calories and I'm on 140 grams of protein. So 140 times 4 is 560 calories. Now we move on to the fats, and we're going to do 0.8 times 65, which equals 52. So 65 is my weight in kilos. So 52 times 9 is 468 calories. So I add that to the protein calories, which is 560, and that equals 1028 calories. So I go 1650, which is my total calories, minus 1028, which is my protein and fats calories, and that gives me 622 calories, divided by 4, the amount of calories per 1 gram of carbs, and that equals 155.5. So that's how many grams of carbs I'm going to have. So that's how you set up your macro split. If you prefer higher carbs, higher fat, whatever, you can manipulate them as long as you're hitting those minimum requirements. From there, all we do is track and monitor. So we track our daily progress. I weigh myself every single day. I get the average week to week to compare and make sure I'm dropping. Scale can fluctuate so much, but once we see a trend, if it's going down, we know that that deficit's working. If it's going down too slowly, then we want to increase our deficit after a couple of weeks. Just give the body time to adjust. But that is how you set up your calories for a fat loss phase. So I'm really excited, guys, to be doing this with you. I'm going to be showing heaps of content around workouts and stress, sleep, supplements, nutrition, everything. So if you guys enjoyed this, please make sure you let me know. Give me a thumbs up and a comment. That's it for now, but please make sure you subscribe to my channel because it really supports me, and turn post notifications on so you never miss a video, and I will see you really soon with another video. Bye, guys.